What is up, guys? In today's video, we are going to talk about what is it that you need to do to get consistent water damage jobs coming in the door for your restoration company. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, I'm going to tell you today about a concept of a referral tree. What is a referral tree? How can it help you, etc. If you guys stick around the video, we're going to cover 4 key topics. Number 1, what was the big problem that I was doing when I started my company? Number 2, I'm going to teach you why it was a problem. Like, well, how was it holding me back? Number 3, I'm going to teach you the solution. What was the shift that we did? Hint, hint, it's a referral tree. Then finally, number 4, we're going to talk about like how did that change my life as a result. And I've got news for you. It made a huge difference. Before I started my business, I lived in this dumpy rental, and then within just a handful of years, I was able to move into this house here. Guys, it changed my life. This can change yours too. You don't want to miss this video. Let's go. Okay guys, so let's talk about what was the first thing that I did wrong. Well, I'm going to say this. When I first started my business, I was focused on the wrong thing. What I was focused on was the actual job itself. So why is it a problem to focus on jobs? Let me explain. When you first start your company, guys, you just need revenue. Anywhere you can get it, right? That's the biggest thing. You don't have revenue. You're looking under any rock, any nook, any cranny to get jobs. For me personally, as I take this back to restoration, I was trying to get jobs from anybody. Friends, family, freaking the postman, if you were a handyman, an insurance agent, a real estate agent, a property manager. And here's what I want to share with you. A lot of you guys, you're probably coming to restoration from a different business. I had this conversation with a guy yesterday. He was coming from the carpet industry, okay, the carpet cleaning business. He gets a lot of jobs from property managers for his carpet cleaning business. Property managers can send a carpet cleaner a lot of business. However, what is a good referral partner for one industry can be a really poor referral partner for you in a slightly different industry. For instance, property managers do great for sending you carpet cleaning jobs, right? They're not great referral partners for water damage jobs, and I'll teach you more about that later. But here's what I want you to know. When I first started my business, that's what I was doing. I was focused on getting jobs by any means necessary. And what did that mean? That means I was willing to get jobs or looking to get jobs from people that were not ideal referral partners, okay? Heck, they weren't even a referral partner. I didn't even care if it was gonna be a referral partnership. I just wanted to know, could you send me a job? Yes or no, right? And that was short-sighted. So now I'll explain to you like that was a problem. Now let's talk about point number 2, like why is this a problem? Well, first off, let's talk about if you're getting some water jobs from a handyman, right? He might send you 1 or 2 jobs a year, maybe 3 jobs a year. Like that's great. I'm grateful to have that work. But bro, you're not going to build a business with a network of people that just send you 1 job every 90 or 150 days. Like that is not enough. Do you understand? So like that was the biggest problem. I was spending my time with people that would send me something maybe never again, right? I was focused on the job. The handyman didn't send me enough jobs for me to spend energy on that relationship. For that matter, when I started my business doing construction, guys, we did a ton of work from real estate agents. Why? Right after they listed the home, once they got a contract on it, they came back with an inspection report. Well, we executed those inspection reports for those real estate transactions, and we were able to make a decent profit on it, right? We could make anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 in just 1 or 2 days worth of work, okay? And so me working as a handyman or as a contractor, that wasn't bad. I knew what they needed and they needed it now, and it worked. So a real estate agent can send you property inspection stuff. Well, every now and then they might be able to send you a water job too, but like you're not gonna get great insurance jobs from a real estate agent, okay? Because they're not trying to file a claim right now. They're trying to get the property sold. And if you go in there and even if it is wet, like you guys have competing interests. You're trying to get it done and get it dry and get paid, make the scope, I guess, as big as you can, right? Like why wouldn't you make the scope as big as you could, right? Like they need to get it fixed. You get paid to fix it. It's in your best interest to fix it all, and it's normally in their best interest to fix it all too. Except in this situation, they're trying to buy the house, right? It just doesn't line up so well, okay? What the real estate agent can send you a lot of work for some things, but it may not be good for water damage. Or even an insurance agent. They would send me a lot of little things, right? Like the small cash pays. Hey, can you go help me with this one or this one? And it was the stuff that they just needed fixed. And so what does this all come into be? I wound up getting random jobs that weren't ideal and they were inconsistent. So when you focus on a handyman or a property manager or a real estate agent, those are not ideal referral partners. They're not gonna send you the ideal job. So number 1, you're not getting the ideal job, and then number 2, they're not even coming frequently, right? So the core result from this, or the reason why this is a really big problem, was number 1, I had a lack of work. Like, it was very inconsistent. And inadvertently, that led to problem number 2. I was always looking for jobs, right? Because I didn't have somebody feeding me consistent work. So lack of work, looking for jobs, wasting my time. Really, the result from this is like I would have one good month and then one bad month, right? So it really led to one month we would get a few good referrals, and the next month we'd get a few referrals, but they weren't any good at all. And so ultimately, January might be okay, February's bad, March is bad, and then April would be okay because we got some decent jobs, and we would have just up and downs, right? Like, so if you have those month-to-month swings, this is what that led to. In the end, when you get good jobs and bad jobs, you're gonna have good months and bad months. So like I said, the real big problem there was inconsistent revenue, okay? We'd have a good month followed by an okay month followed by a bad month. And to be honest with you, that became a freaking grind. It begins to take an emotional toll on you. One month you feel like you're getting rich, and then the next month you're like, I don't know about this. And the third month you're like, I hate my job, I hate my life. And then like after 4 or 5 weeks of that, you'll get a really good job again, and you're like, oh, I'm good again. And like that up and down toll is really hard on you. So here's another thing I'll tell you that's a problem. When you don't have consistent work, right? Whenever I would go on vacation or I'd go out of town, like everything came to a screeching halt. Every time I'd go on vacation and I was doing construction or doing some of these mold jobs or whatever, like my guys wouldn't have consistent direction. Jobs we were doing were kind of all over the place. Like the scopes were never the same, right? And so like every time I wanted to go on vacation, when I came back, it was just a mess. We made good money when I came back. It was almost not even worth going on vacation because you knew you were gonna come back to a freaking dumpster fire when you got back. And then even as we got better, when I would go on vacation, my operations would continue, right? Like we got to where my guys could operate without me. My guys did operations. They did not do any marketing. They weren't out there kicking the trees, making the fruit fall, if you will. Even when I'd go out of town and the operations would eventually carry on, the marketing stopped. And then you know what that leads to, right? Like you don't have that consistent work coming in. Again, we're going back to this. Good month, okay month, bad month. Good month, okay month, bad month. Good month, bad month, okay month. Like not fun. And here's really where this matters, guys. When you stop doing your marketing, so let's just say that you go see real estate agents or feed real estate agents or insurance agents or whatever those inputs are that you do in your business to generate revenue, right? Those marketing activities. When you stop those, it doesn't hurt you right then, okay? The work you're doing today is a result of the marketing inputs and activities you were doing 3, 5, 6, 8 weeks ago, okay? So here's what I'm saying. When you go out of town or you get busy, you stop doing the marketing inputs. And then when you're on vacation, you're not doing any marketing inputs. And so like, again, that's where you would go back to like, it's okay today, you don't feel the problem today, but in 6 to 8 weeks, you know that you're gonna have a lull in your pipeline. And like, it just goes back to this. If you don't land any new jobs for 2 weeks in a row, you might not have any financial implications because you're wrapping up 2 or 3 other big jobs where you're getting $10,000 and $50,000 checks. So you're not feeling it, okay? But you will feel it because those $10,000 and $50,000 projects are wrapping up and those $5,000 to $15,000 jobs are not landing in their place. That's what I'm saying. You get that inconsistent roller coaster revenue and it ain't no fun. So what do you take from all of this about understanding the problem? The problem was this: I was barely getting by. So for the first few years, I was focusing on the wrong things. I was only focused on the jobs. That's living freaking paycheck to paycheck. It's not what you're looking for. So instead of focusing on the job, I should have been focusing on the thing that gives you the job. We're about to go to the referral tree idea. We're talking about water damage. I gave you some examples of like handyman and stuff like that. But even when I was doing water jobs, I'm just telling you, I was trying to get water jobs from the people that used to give me handyman work and contracting work. And they may be good to send you one type of job, but they're not gonna be very good to send you the other type. Does that make sense? Here's what I was doing. I was focusing on the apple. So let's say a water job is an apple. I was focusing on the apple. And all I was concerned about is like, who could give me some apples? I need 3 apples this week. Where do I get them? And I wasn't really focused on where I got them, how I got them. I didn't really care, okay? But here's what I want to say, that's short-sighted because every week I was just looking for more apples, more jobs. If you want more apples, bro, what should you do? Don't worry about picking up apples. If you want apples, you should get yourself a tree, an apple tree. And an apple tree, my friend, is a referral tree. So think of it this way. Instead of spending all of your time and energy looking for apples, spend that time and energy trying to develop and locate and build apple trees. Voila. So I don't think that's too hard for you to understand, right? If you want apples, the best way to get apples consistently is to have an apple tree that produces your apples consistently. So let's talk about referral trees. I'm gonna break this concept into a couple different industries so you can have an idea about it, okay? So instead of focusing on the thing you want, think about the thing right before that, right? So like, let's take the idea of the referral tree. Let me just give you a couple of examples, right? If you're in the business of installing or selling countertops, guess who you want to have in your life? A good referral tree for a countertop company is going to be a cabinet company. Why? Anytime you get new cabinets, you got to have new countertops. You understand? So a referral tree for a countertop company will be a cabinet company, because anybody that's getting new cabinets, you already know they need what? New countertops. So that is going to be the lifeblood. Like, so whatever the thing is that you do, you want to find someone that shares your customer, okay? So countertops, cabinets, that's a good example. Another example, if you sell tile or if you install tile like backsplashes, okay, a tile backsplash, guess what you need right after you install the countertop? A backsplash. Bam, right? So, and really backsplashes could even go to the cabinets too. So if you install backsplashes, you might want to look to partner with companies that sell cabinets and or install countertops, because those could be two different companies. They probably should be, right? Whoever installs cabinets, that's carpentry, and whoever polishes stone, that's not, right? I don't know what you'd call that, right? But like, that's a different business. But if you're doing backssplashes, now you can see how you could build a relationship with either one of those two. Cabinets or countertops would be a good referral tree for a company that does backsplashes. Let's think about another example. If you own a company and you do shower glass, okay, then you might want to partner with a tile installer, or you might want to partner with someone that sells tile. Why? Because someone's talking about remodeling their bathroom and they're buying a bunch of new tile, and they probably haven't thought, what do I need to do for the shower glass? A tile company or a tile installer could be a good referral tree for a shower glass company. Make sense? Well, let's talk about the best one. If you own a restoration company, okay, and you want to do water jobs, guess who you should partner with? You should probably partner with the plumber. Why? Because when someone has a leak, what do? You got to get the leak fixed. Who do you call? The plumber, baby. These are the referral trees, okay? So countertops to cabinets, referral tree. Backsplash to countertops and cabinets, referral tree. Shower glass to tile showers, referral tree. Water jobs to plumbers, referral tree. So let's talk about what is a referral tree. How do you define that? Because there is a criteria. We define a referral tree as this. You need to identify someone that can send you at least 3 referrals within 90 days, okay? So water jobs in this case, but like, that's a tree. If they can't send you at least 3 within 90, that's not a tree, baby, that's a vine. You can't live on no vine, you need some trees, right? So that's what a referral tree is. Can they send you 3 opportunities inside of 90 days? If they can, that's a referral tree. Now let's talk about this. There's something that I call the power of 3. Why do we have 3 jobs that we're talking about here? Well, they need to send you 3 jobs, not 1 and not 2. So let's break it down this way. Guys, if they can send you a job, true or false, they can send you 2 jobs. And if they can send you 2 jobs, true or false, they can send you 3 jobs. So why does 3 matter? Guys, if you can find someone to give you that 3rd job in 90 days, you just found somebody that will give you the next 30. That's right. If you find someone that can give you 3 jobs, you just found somebody that will give you 30 jobs. Frequency matters. That's what we're talking about here. If they can give you number 3, they can get you to 30. But here's the thing. Why do we push for 3? Because you can't get to number 30 until you get to number 3, baby. Again, let's go back to this. I was always focused on Apple. I never focused on Apple number 1, then Apple number 2, then Apple number 3 in a proper time frame. Because if they gave you 3 jobs a year, that person was never going to be able to help you build the garden that you need. Does that make sense? So that's why the referral tree matters. You want to focus on 3, because if they give you 3, you just found somebody that will give you 30. So here's what you need to do. Build some referral trees. Find some referral trees for your business, okay? And make sure that they can give you at least 3 leads inside of 90 days. Now, we're not going to stop at 3, okay? But 3 is the defining point because of this. Once you get that 3rd lead inside of 90 days, now you got a little tree that's going to put down some little roots, baby. You're like, we're going to grow a tree out of that. But a tree doesn't grow just on its own. That's just a little seed, and you got to water and nurture that baby, okay? You got to take care of her. Step 1 is find someone that can send you 3, and then we're going to build a little fence, and we're going to protect that little baby, and we're going to help her grow. Instead of getting 3 leads in 90 days, you'll be able to get 6 and 9 and 12 and 14 leads in 90 days, okay? So we're going to give some steroids to that tree. That's what we're going to do. But first, we got to find a viable seed. So that's why we want to focus on 3 in 90 days. Step 1, find your referral tree. Can they send you 3 in 90 days? Step number 2, put some miracle grow in that baby, okay? Here's one thing I want to tell you as well. You don't want to have just one referral tree. Why? What do you do if that tree dies? You got nothing, okay? So I want to tell you this. This is a problem that I was guilty of as well once we started, having some success. I had too much work coming from one tree, And eventually that tree can give you more work than you really want, okay? You can't rely on one tree alone, because that one tree can die, quit, get fired, go through a divorce, any number of things, okay? And I'm telling you, you don't want one tree. You do not want one tree. What we talked about earlier, the power of 3. Guess how many trees I think you should have? You need 3, okay? When you have 3, you're diversified. If you only got 1, you're 1 away from none. If you got 2, okay, you're on crutches. You lose 1 and you're back, so you need 3. Heck, I'd rather you have 4, like a tabletop, okay? But you at least have to have 3. Here's another reason why 3 matters. A lot of guys I know have one plumber that sends them some jobs, but they can't get to plumber number 2. Why is that? They never mastered building relationships. They got lucky with somebody, okay? They were able to get a few jobs. Just because you got married doesn't mean you mastered women, bro, okay? Like, you gotta learn how to talk to people. Just because you tell one joke and somebody laughs, that doesn't make you funny, okay? So you have to get muscle memory, okay? And that's why we gotta go to the power of 3. You won't get lucky with 3 plumbing companies. You will not get lucky with 3 plumbing companies. You get one, you could get lucky. They could think you got nice hair, and then 5 years later, all that crap falls out, and now you're ugly and bald, and nobody wants you. So you gotta learn how to get 3. Once you get 3, proof of concept. It's like riding a bike. If you get that 3rd referral tree, then I will trust that you know how to get a referral tree. Guys, I'll tell you this. We have a core program in our Ignite program, our upper end clients. This is all we do, is we help you actually pick out 3 referral trees. 3 referral trees, okay? All in one program. That's like the Miracle Grow. That's like our steroid boot camp, okay? I'm just telling you what you need to do. This is what we did. This is what you need to do, okay? Referral trees. Get them to send you 3 leads in 90 days. Get 3 of those trees, okay? Now, what's the benefit once you get them referral trees? Think about it this way. When you do the internet jobs, guys, internet, they're gonna give you some jobs here, some jobs there, all over the county. Guys, if you want to work for really good customers, okay, in tight service areas, like you don't wanna drive an hour north or 30 minutes south or 45 minutes east or west, because you're gonna be driving all day. Just know this, if you wanna work in one area, here's what you gotta do. You gotta go find the plumber that services that area. You gotta get that plumber. Why? Because that plumber's not traveling an hour away to go service calls. He works in that area. So if you want to get jobs from that area, you got to find the plumber that masters that area. Are we clear? Let me show you something real quick. So this is plumber, Franklin, Tennessee. Guess where my restoration company is, guys? We were in Franklin, Tennessee. All you got to do is pick the area where you operate, okay? Google that. Plumber, the city where you're at, Franklin, Tennessee, and then bam, it's gonna pop up. Guess what? For our area, you got Benjamin Franklin, Don Wood, and Joslyn Plumbing. That's 3 plumbers. Ask me, did I get referrals from all of them? Yes, but I'm gonna tell you this too. Which one do you think's the best? 2,000 reviews, 5463. There ain't even no question, guys. That is the girl. That is the girl that you got to land. And guess what? That's what we did. That's what we did. And if you really want to know what you got to do, it's right there. Now, Shane, you're already working with somebody. Tough shit, baby. Figure it out. Like, that is what you want. That is what you must get. Do you hear me? That is what you must get. And until you get that, like, you can take them excuses elsewhere, baby. That is the one you want. You got to obsess about them, okay? Remember how, like, them teenage girls, they would put, like, the posters up of the guys in the locker? I couldn't talk to none of the girls because they all wanted John Bon Jovi. Dude, you got to define who is your Bon Jovi? Who is your supermodel? And that Google 3-pack right there, that is your supermodel if you want to get consistent water damage jobs from plumbers, guys. Because whenever somebody has a leak, that is what they are going to do. They're going to go to Google and they're going to find somebody right there, and that's who they're going to call. There's no bones about it. Like, I want you to do this. I can help you do this. But I want you to know what you got to focus on. It's that right there. Because when everybody in your market calls that person for that service, that is the person that will unlock the freedom in your life, period. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, I've got 3 things for you. Number 1, if you haven't yet, click on my face below and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, we put out new content each and every week. Also, if you want me to help you grow your company, go to workwithshane.com. Workwithshane.com, put in your information, we get on a call and see how we can help you grow your company. Lastly, there'll be some other videos right here. If you want to watch more content about growing your restoration company, check out one of these videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.